What is going on, Trader Gang? Another week is gone. We are doing another live tonight for our Sunday night market breakdown on gold and US30. So I hope everybody had a great trading week last week. So we are going to take a look at news this evening and also, again, do a top-down analysis of gold and US30. So really quick, just to, again, I did a video already on how I did a recap of this past week. So just to show you guys really quick, you guys can always refer back to that video. But on my 50K Top Step Challenge, I want to show you guys my dashboard really quick. So, as you guys can see here, let me refresh. So I made a little bit of a drawdown, about $600. So I had 3 winning trades, two losses. So of course you see my worst day was 442, best day was 137. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Profited $137 one day and had a $442 loss one day. So you can actually look here on my losses. So I actually took 2 losses, 442 and 402. So of course, you know, I profited 137. So of course I'm negative 600 right now. So $686. So, and again, this is on futures, but I'm going to be going, our analysis is going to be on strictly gold. So not so much gold futures, but just gold itself, gold versus US dollar. So let's take a look at news. Let me just check something on my end here. Just want to make sure we're good here. So quick mic test. Okay, cool. I like it. If you guys want to, definitely put some down in the chat. So I'm definitely here for it. So say what up. If you have any questions about my breakdown, just throw it in the chat. All right, so let's take a look at news. So let's take a look at news. All right, so let's see what we got going. So we are going into a new month tomorrow. So let's see, tomorrow, yep, tomorrow is the 1st of July. So, Monday, right here. See what we got going on, anything for USD. So we have ISM manufacturing. So Mondays, guys, is not really very busy. There's not a lot of volume in the market. So I will take a look at the market in the morning. So to see if we see anything worth taking. Otherwise, we will wait until Tuesday. But Tuesday we have Fed Chair Powell speaks, so that could be definitely something, especially if it's right at market open. So there could definitely be some volume there. So we definitely need to watch out for that. JOLTS job openings as well. So I have a good feeling that there's going to be some movement here on Tuesday. So we're just going to have to take a look at that and kind of see what it does after market open, and maybe we can find an entry there or find the retracement. So Wednesday we have unemployment claims. So pre-market 8:30, ISM services PMI at 10. Thursday we have Thursday 4th of July bank holiday. So of course probably not going to be a lot of movement there at all. Friday you definitely have some news. So NFP. So non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. So Friday is definitely going to be a big one pre-market. So we definitely have to watch out for that. If you are a risky trader, um, definitely do your analysis. Make sure you have a stop loss for sure, because it can definitely go in the wrong direction real quick. So hopefully you do your proper analysis and you end up profiting from that. So doesn't look like very much. So I would say, if anything, we got definitely news Thursday, or sorry, not Thursday, Tuesday and Friday. So Tuesday and Friday is what we're looking for at all if we're going to look at news. So let's get into the charts. So, all right, so we're going to take a look at gold. Let's see what it did last week. So, of course, as we see here, I want to say we had some consolidation, to be honest with you. So let's go on the weekly. So, of course, we start from the top. So let's clear this out. So let's see, when was this huge push? So this was Monday, February 26th. So as you can see here, we've pretty much seen a lot of kind of consolidation right here. So let's see, I always like to box this. So this right here is, on a higher time frame, is definitely consolidation. So definitely a lot of up, down, and then literally just sideways. So if you were going to be more of a day trader or even intraday, this wouldn't necessarily be the right time to trade this, because it's just been kind of very choppy. That's probably why last week I had 2 wins and 3 losses, or 3 wins, 2 losses. Sorry. So, so with that being said, we're either going to continue to push higher, or because of this consolidation, we could fall back down. So we definitely have to watch out for that. So I mean, this is basically really what we're looking at right now. So of course, what to do, the way I want to break this down is maybe a little bit different. This is very similar to kind of how Alex G breaks down top-down analysis. So of course, you look at the higher time frame, you see whether it's bearish or bullish. So right now, even though it is consolidating, so let's see. So even though it is consolidating, we still have to see what the trend is. Where is it going? So of course, we had a huge push down, and since of course we are below this candle here, and of course we're starting to see kind of a pattern, I want to say it's bearish. So definitely bearish. So I'm going to write this here. So we're going to put weekly is bearish. Let me fix that. So the weekly is bearish. So again, we're just looking at the higher time frame. So of course, what is the overall trend? So of course, granted, the overall trend lately, of course, it was bullish, but again, we've consolidated. So as of right now, if we look at just this, it's definitely bearish. So of course, also we got to kind of look at candles also. So again, Monday, June 3rd, we had a push at the beginning of the month. We had a huge push up here. It just couldn't break here. So of course it came back down, closed right here around 22.94. We did have a nice push up, but then it did pull back down, and we closed around 23.31. Again, we came back up and then pulled back down here, and then literally closed again around 23.21. Then again, we had a slight push up. It just couldn't push past this, so of course we had to push down, and then came back up, and then we closed around 23.27, and we're kind of right at the same spot right now. So with that said, it is bearish. So of course now we're going to go down to the daily here. So we're going to see a little bit more identifying right here. So of course, as we see here, I'll remove this. So of course, what do we see? So we see a pattern, right? So of course, if you see here, what has it done since May? So let me get this path. So if you see here, we actually had a push. I want to say we had a push up, push back down, push up, push back down, push up, push back down, push up, push back down. So, and then of course we had to push back up. So, but from what I see, just even here, I could see us literally pushing back down here. So right back to this area. So if I were to move this over, so you guys can get a better picture of this. So what do we see? So of course, where's our resistance? So resistance right now is right here. Sorry, I don't want that line. Vertical, sorry. So right here. So where's our support? Right down here. So that's pretty much our support level. So of course, if you see here, when it came up here, we were making a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. Well, actually, no, this is actually a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So just by seeing this, again, this is telling me that the daily is bearish. All right. So even here, the daily is bearish as well. So of course we have two higher time frames that are exactly the same. So with that said, we need to look at the 4-hour and see what that looks like. So what do we have here? So from right here, so again, this is the 4-hour time frame. So each candle is 4 hours. So, so of course we had a huge push up, push back down, push back up, push back down, and we may have a push back up. So I want to say here, so let me bring this down. I'll bring this down to here. All right, so 4-hour. Okay. So of course, here, what do we see? So this was last Friday, so Monday. So we had a push up, push back down, came back up to the same level, push back down, push back up, push back down. So of course, if we are looking here, you know, we did have a huge push up, push back down, push back up. So of course, it is making higher highs and higher lows. So here. So I want to say with this, a 4-hour is bullish. All right. So weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, 4 hours bullish. So if you guys don't know, of course, we always want to, the higher time frame is king. So with this, you know, even though the 4-hour is bullish, the daily and weekly is bearish. So I have a good feeling that we're going to continue to push down into this area here. So that's kind of what I see. For that, we can even look down on the 1-hour. So let's see. Alright, so on the 1 hour, you can see again, we had a push up, consolidated, came down, consolidated a little bit more, push up, came down, and of course we're consolidated right now. So again, I have a feeling, again, because this is a 1 hour, again, box this. So this is kind of consolidation for me. So I have a feeling we could push up or we could push down, because again, we got to look at that higher time frame. So we saw here that of course we're making lower highs and lower lows. So just here, we could even if we put a trend line. So if we put a trend line, we're almost hitting all 3 points. So not exactly, but I mean, even if I were to put it here, so it's almost touching all 3 points. So, but again, we could see this where it does this, and then it actually respects this support and actually pushes up. So, you kind of have to see what it's going to do, but for me personally, I think this area is going to be an area of interest right here, because it's going to come back down here. So I'll remove this. So this is what I'm looking at right here. So of course you can see here we have a double bottom right here. So usually that's an indication that it's going to push up. Typically when we see that. So it's kind of what we call a double tweezer bottom. But again, we're looking at the higher time frame. So of course we had a huge push down, push up, consolidation. So it could very well push down into here. So I want to say we're going to look for sells this week, to be honest. So I mean, even on the hour time frame, as you guys can see here, I think we're going to basically fill this area right here. Finally, since this was the 27th of June. So if I were to take a position, of course I trade more on the 5 minute. So, but if I were to go on the hour here, this is kind of what I would look like. I would look at, so take a short, place it right there, and bring it all the way down here. Actually, right here. So, and then of course, place this above the previous high. So it'd be a nice 1 to 3. So, because that's where I very much think it could hit right here, especially with news that we have coming up. So, especially on Friday too. So that could very well be as well. So that's what I'm looking at. So, whoops. Weekly. There we go. So again, this is the zone that we're in right now. So we got to see if it's going to come down here and respect that support level and break through, and then tap into this area here. So right here. Yep, right here. So these 3 levels. So that's it. I first think we're going to look for sells this week. So that's it for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at US30. So we're on the weekly already. Great. Let's kind of see what it did last week. So of course we had on the 17th we had a nice push up We had a doji right here, so not too much going on. Let's see here, same thing here, a lot of consolidation. So gold and US30 really kind of replicate each other pretty well. So of course, this was bullish all the way since November. Then we had a huge push down, came all the way down to 37,234, and then we had a nice push up right back into this area here, pulled right back down into 38,287, had a nice push up, and then we had a pull back down and closed right at 39,178. So with this, I believe it's going to actually continue to make higher highs and higher lows, to be honest with you. So again, if we see this trend-wise, here, because it hasn't surpassed here or here, I want to say it's still bearish. So if we were to call this, weekly is bearish. So because if we see here, so came down, came up, came down, came up. So of course, this candle or this candle surpassed this one. So it could be a good indication that, of course, this one didn't break. So, but it's not done yet. So of course, we could very well continue to come up here and make a higher high, and then maybe a little bit lower, come back down a little bit, come back up, something like that. So again, we can kind of move this over. So again, I know it's kind of weird, but so we mark our support and then our resistance, which is right here. So of course, resistance is higher than this previous candle here. So of course, even though the weekly is still bearish, so because it hasn't broken, so we could very well see a pushback down too. So we shall see. So actually, I'm going to change this. This is going to be bullish. So I'm changing my analysis on that, just because of the simple fact that we made a higher high, a higher low, and we may make another higher high. So with that being said, so let's go down on the daily. So let's mark this really quick. All right, so this is our zone right here. So I have a feeling we're going to break through this resistance area this week. So again, let's go back on the daily. So daily wise, kind of the same thing. So we're coming up, down, lower high, lower low, lower high. So again, I see this coming up and hitting 40,077. Sorry guys. So I see this hitting 40,077. Sorry guys for the dogs. we got my boy up in here. So again, I definitely think it's going to surpass this and tap into here, just like this. So of course, again, we're making a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and I think we're going to make another higher high. So with that being said, our daily will be bullish as well. All right, let's go look at the 4 hour. So 4 hour. A lot of the same thing. So if we were to see here, oops. So again, as I see here also, we can look at it here. So again, let's find the path. So came up, came down, came up, consolidated a little bit. Yeah, we had a lot of consolidation. So came down, came up, came down. So I could see us coming back up here. So I'm going to move this over here so that makes more sense. Cool, because we had some consolidation here, came up, consolidated again, came up, pulled right back down into this area, pulled up, came down, came up, came down. So again, even here, we still, well, actually guys, as I see this, of course we didn't break this high here. So because of that, we could look at this as bullish. Bearish, excuse me. So I'm going to call it the 4 hour is bearish. Four hours bearish. Alright, so yeah, I'm calling that 4 hours bearish. Just because it didn't break this high over here. So until it does that, it's still going to be bearish. So with that being said, of course, again, we look at the 2 higher time frames, weekly and daily, are bullish. So I still think we're going to continue to look for buys this week. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, guys. Again, let's look at the hour here. Of course, we can see a little bit of a trend. So we did have a push up here, push back down, and then a push up. So I could definitely see us kind of taking out some of these highs here this week on US30. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Let me go to my screen. All right, guys. Move this down. Cool. All right, guys. So that's my analysis for this week and what I see moving forward. So again, on gold, I see it honestly going down. So we're gonna look for sells, and of course for US30, I think we're gonna look for buys. So a little bit different. Of course, because gold usually moves very similar to US30, but who knows? Maybe this week, maybe a little bit different. So I appreciate you guys popping on as always. Do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys got some value going into this week. So definitely look out for news on Tuesday and Friday this week. And let's have a great trading week, guys. Peace.